Hello, I'm Melissa Dickerson, the town planner for the town of Manteo. As part of my job as town planner, I'm also the town's floodplain administrator. The town of Manteo, located on Roanoke Island, is surrounded by water. Shallowbag Bay, the Roanoke Sound, and the Croatan Sound can all cause tidal flooding that can inundate the town of Manteo. Heavy rains, tropical storms, and hurricanes have all affected the town in recent years. Due to frequent flooding, residents need to be aware of the potential flooding that can occur. Flooding is one of the town's most frequent hazards. The town has quite a history of floods. The weather tower located near the Roanoke Marshes Lighthouse has a high water mark from Hurricane Irene, which hit in 2011. That high water mark from NOAA notes that the floodwaters from Hurricane Irene was 7 feet and 11 inches above mean sea level. When weather conditions are likely to cause flooding, the town staff monitor conditions in flood-prone areas. Staff also prepare for potential flooding by staging barricades and deploying high water signs. When possible, the town also sends emergency alerts notifying community members of the potential risk of flooding. You can sign up for those emergency alerts by visiting the town's website at www.manteonc.gov. When flooding occurs, do not enter flood waters. Turn around, don't drown. The town of Manteo has a no-wake ordinance for its streets. This means that when streets are flooded, it is illegal to drive on those flooded streets. There's a $250 fine for violating this ordinance. This law is intended to keep the public safe. As well, when vehicles travel along flooded streets, the wake caused by that traffic can slosh and cause flooding in businesses or residents located along flooded streets. The town of Manteo participates in the National Flood Insurance Program, which is a federally subsidized program that enables property owners to purchase flood insurance in return for community adoption of specific flood damage reduction planning and building criteria. The town of Manteo has been a participant in the flood insurance program since 1973. This insurance is required for property owners who are located in a designated special flood hazard area and have a federally backed mortgage. For more information on the requirements of the National Flood Insurance Program, contact Planning Department staff. The town of Manteo participates in the Community Rating System, or CRS, which is a voluntary program associated with the National Flood Insurance Program. CRS communities conduct activities beyond the minimum requirements of the National Flood Insurance Program. Effective October 2021, the town of Manteo's CRS classification will be a 5, 2 levels improved from its previous classification. This provides property owners with potential additional reductions on flood insurance premiums. Insure your property. Flood damage is not covered by your homeowner's insurance. Don't wait until it's too late. The National Flood Insurance Program guidelines require a 30-day waiting period from the date of purchase to the time a flood insurance policy goes into effect. Call your insurance agent to discuss your flood coverage or visit www.floodsmart.gov for more information. New flood maps for the town of Manteo were adopted and effective on June 19th of 2020. The town's Board of Commissioners adopted a new flood damage prevention ordinance along with the flood maps. The flood damage prevention ordinance regulates development in the town to reduce the risk of flood damage to properties. Keep your flood insurance. Over 500 properties were removed from the special flood hazard area in Manteo under the new flood maps. It's important to note that flood maps only depict those areas subject to a 1% annual chance of flooding and do not reflect other flooding sources such as heavy rainfall or elevated groundwater levels. Floods can happen anywhere. Natural hazards and storms are a part of living on Roanoke Island, and the sustainability of our community depends on managing flood hazards from all sources. The town of Manteo takes flooding risk very seriously. We are here to help you determine the risk to your property and help you mitigate that risk. We have documents provided by FEMA that may guide you in making appropriate property protection decisions for your property and your families. Please feel free to call us with any flood-related questions you may have at 252-473-4112.